Hello everybody. So we're going to do a slightly different Fact Friday here. We're going to ask questions of manufacturers and also different producers and engineers that we meet along the way. So it's going to be interesting because we're obviously going to talk to manufacturers, and I'm sure they're also going to talk about their specific products, but that's okay. One of the questions I think we're going to ask them is like, what is the most frequently asked question they get? So check that out. Hello everybody, hope you're doing marvelously well. Of course, I'm here with Roman from Huart. How are you, my friend?
Nice seeing you.
Good to see you too. So we're going to ask Roman one of our frequently asked questions. This one I get all the time. It's a really obvious one. Warren, if you only had one microphone, what microphone would you have? So, bearing in mind you own a microphone company, if you only had one of them, which would be the microphone you think would serve all the purposes?
Well, all the purposes are covered by an LCD 240 Pro, which we are basically now refilling also.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, another good choice would be LCD 440 Pure. They're really all-rounders. They're high-quality condenser microphones, and you can put them up against any kind of source: acoustic guitars, guitar cabinets, high SPL instruments like snare, wind instruments, drum sets.
So you're basically saying it's not always about the price.
No, it's not always about the price. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I personally think this might be my favorite one. Yeah, because we use this on piano at over in Nashville, at Blackbird, and it was insane how good it was. And it has zero coloration. Like, we went in there, what was it, a Steinway or a Yamaha? I'm blanking. Anyway, I think it was a Steinway. The point was, is like, you put your head down here on the piano, and then you ran into the control room and you heard it, and you were like, this sounds like the piano.
Identical. Yeah.
And it was really interesting because we put it up against a pair of 87s, which 87s you think of as not being colored, being very, really colored, when you got to hear it exactly like it was. So,
Well, it's one of our premium models, and it's actually really outstanding because it's an ultra resolution microphone, what we call. There's a vast dynamic range, and its self-noise is below the hearing threshold, so it's actually better than human hearing. And it
it's okay.
it's nice. And it is such a detailed sound.
It's really great. I think after putting this on a piano, it's worth just carrying in your back pocket when you're going to do a piano session. Great. Thank you.
Nice seeing you.
Good to see you. I'm here with Michael. How are you?
Very, very well. How are you doing? Busy day for you. Busy day
for you. I mean,
indeed.
You've travelled a little further than I have to be here.
5,000 miles.
Just 5,000 miles? Not very long. Not very far at all. So you're having fun?
Absolutely, yeah. It's my first NAMM, and like, there's just so much to take in. I've been in this one floor like all day.
So much stuff here. It's amazing. Indeed. So I want to ask you. We do the frequently asked questions. We've been asking a variation of this question. The question would be for you as an end user, so as a producer. I know it's only day one, so we'll give the guy a break. Is there on day one, any one thing that's just jumping out to you today?
The thing that I want to leave with the most is there's this incredible like bamboo mixing desk, or it's like a studio desk from Jam Racks, which I saw, and it's just like this sustainable, eco-friendly desk that I just
fantastic.
It's just one of those things that I saw it and I just wanted to place it in my studio right away. So that's like my number one pick for today, which it's not tech, it's not flashy.
Doesn't matter, it's day one, I like it. Mr. Kim Ballard, how the devil are you?
I'm good to see you, man.
Good to see you too. Those of you who don't know Kim Ballard, well, dude, who are you working with at the moment?
I'm working with Elton John right now.
Elton John, I think I've heard of him. Yeah. So the fact question is, the frequently asked question is, okay, you're making it about like the one thing that you can't live without. Like, what's the one piece of equipment? What, it could be an instrument, it could be a microphone, it could be, is there something that it's just your go-to thing?
1176.
1176?
That is my favorite piece of gear. Well, my Hammond C3 is one that is a totally unique Hammond C3. It has Bill Byers keyboard module modification on it. No, Bill Byers didn't tell anybody what he did. So there's all these canisters inside the C3, and they have crazy overtones you can dial in.
Right.
And it's a lost thing. And so it's a rare piece of gear. Three Dog Night had it. Like, how can people be so heartless? That song, Easy to Be Hard. has this piano that does ching, ching. It's this keyboard. It's like, what is it? It's a Bill Byers, because that guy had a Cutaway B3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get real keyboard geeky here.
No, get
he had a
keyboard
Cutaway B3, and
Yeah.
it has a ring modulator, and it has this weird early sequencer kind of thing on it.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's nuts. And my organ has that same
Wow.
thing on it. And I couldn't live without that. I have an Epiphone Casino guitar from 1972 that's right near the same serial number that Paul McCartney's Epiphone. So it just sounds like the Beatles. You just plug in that guitar, and it sounds like the Beatles, and it's like, and it plays really good. So that's a good piece of gear.
Yep.
But I like my 1176.
Nice.
Something about it just sounds like a record. It's an old black
Did you get it
bass.
new, or
Oh no! I got it. This is a great thing. Remember with the recycler?
Of course.
This guy put it on the recycler, and it said, and I knew I had it because it said universal limiting amplifier. And it's like, okay, you don't know what you have.
Right.
If you're calling it a limiting amplifier,
Yeah.
That's I got it for like $25.
Oh.
Something like that. But that was a long time ago. But it's it's my favorite piece. It makes everything. It's a little distorted or something.
Yeah.
But
That crunch is what we love.
oh god, from the second I got that piece of gear, it's like, okay, I'm making records.
Right.
Because all of a sudden now everything sounded good. It sounded like the records I liked. You know what I mean? It had something about the curve or something about it.
That's amazing. Well, thank you very much.
You got it.
Great talking to you, my friend.
It's good running into you.
Good running into you too.
I know we work separate together at different studios.
We've worked
at different
separately together on
times.
lots of projects,
The way that
separately
people-
together. Yeah.
The way that people do these days. So
Yeah.
FaceTime is always good. Peace out. Yo.
Lee, how are you?
Great.
Good to see you.
So happy to see you.
Great here. We're at Sonarworks.
We
You flew
are.
in from Latvia.
Oh,
You went from freezing cold to.
Moscow and then to.
Oh, you went from Moscow to get
Oh,
here.
it was crazy. I had about a 27-hour flight and 27-hour travel in total. And now we're in amazing LA in Anaheim. We're in
Lovely.
Anaheim. Love it.
Enjoying the weather.
Well, when I get outside.
Exactly. Enjoying the weather inside of. Yeah. What's the most frequently asked question you get about Sonarworks?
Can I use another microphone? I think a lot of the time people think that they have to buy this full bundle with our calibrated microphone.
Right.
You don't have to. You probably have microphones lying around your studio, and you'll actually get somewhere in the ballpark to get somewhere in the accuracy.
And
right?
improvement.
Exactly.
Right.
And improvement. You'll
Right.
get that improvement. So, if you're worried that you have to buy a microphone just to try a trial, you don't have to do that.
Okay.
You can actually just try the trial, at least have an omnidirectional microphone, and just go for it and see where you get. And then when you're completely happy with it and you want to upgrade it, then you can take it the next step and buy our microphone. We individually calibrate them, so we ensure that accuracy is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you heard it here from Lee himself. You don't have,
You don't have to buy our product.
You can basically use the free trial, use your own microphone, and not spend any money. Thank you, Lee.
Let's go.
Since we've got it, how long we had it? Like 3 months. How many sets of speakers have we been using? 4 or 5, 6 different sets of speakers. So I have to own it because every single set of speakers is completely different.
I'm going to
Yes,
ask
sir.
you a question.
Please.
What's been the biggest change for you since you've used our product?
Headphones, not so much
Yeah.
the speakers.
Yeah.
The thing about speakers is I know my room. The differentiator is headphones.
Okay.
Because we've been doing this thing where we've been streaming live. And I do the streaming live because I can. Because I mix. This is what I do every day. So I'm streaming live, and that's the differentiator. I can change headphones and pretty much trust that I'm going to get the same results.
I remember when you first tried the plugin, I was sweating because you hadn't touched that plugin at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, I couldn't believe what was happening in front of my eyes, and it was really
Yeah,
amazing.
that's the way to do it. See, 'cause
Yeah, it
for
absolutely
me-
was, absolutely.
For me, the only reaction that matters is the initial reaction.
Yeah.
There's Tim from Barefoot. Barefoot Recording Studios. With a beer.
Let's get
With a beer. Look at that. What do they do when they're off work? Great stuff. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. How are you, Tonio?
I'm
good?
fine. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to meet you again. And
We've been doing a frequently asked questions.
okay,
And basically what it's been is like, what's the go-to? What's the one thing that you can live without? You know, we've asked manufacturers what their product is that they think is their prize one. So for me, what would be the one piece of gear? It could be a guitar in your case, it could be an amp, it could be, I don't know. What is the one thing?
When I'm at the studio, I have to say a good ribbon mic for recording guitars.
Right.
That's what I always, when I got into studios, my first question, what is your mic locker?
Yeah.
And do we have a nice ribbon to the guitars? And have you tried? Of course you have. The bear, the M160.
Yeah, of course. I love the M160.
Oh yes, beautiful. I've tried on snares. Really nice. It can hold the pressure and guitar. Amazing. That probably will be the one piece that I always.
Biodynamic M160.
M160. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, master.
Thank you. All right, we're Freddie from Nugan Audio. How are you, my friend?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. So, with all of our wonderful manufacturers that have been agreeing to give away stuff for the big giveaway, we've been asking them a frequently asked question.
All right.
And it's okay, you are allowed to talk about your own products. So, if you only had one plugin that you had to use, what would it be?
What would it be?
Like you've got your standard stock, comes with your DAW, but you've got one choice of plugin you're allowed to buy. What would it be?
That's a toughie. I think I'm going to be really boring and go for one of ours.
It's okay. Which one?
I think it's so difficult. I think honestly the Sigmod. It sounds like I'm just advertising the giveaway now.
No, but it's okay. We've been throwing people on the spot.
Sigmod is so flexible and allows you to do so many weird and wonderful things within your DAW. That, at least for me personally, I've not seen elsewhere. So I think it would have to be Sigmod. I'm probably going to change my mind immediately after this video, but Sigmod, I think.
No, great. Thank you ever so much. Hey everybody, we're at Sonarworks. How are you, my friend?
Great. How are you?
I'm good, Andy. All right, Andy. We have been doing this thing. Every time we go and talk to a manufacturer, we've been asking them frequently asked questions.
Okay.
And with plugins, it's a pretty obvious one. If you had one plugin to use, and you could choose anyone, what would be something that you feel like would do something, especially something unexpected?
I don't know about unexpected, but my go-to, if I could only have one, would actually be the inflator. It's a plugin that isn't really replicated anywhere else within your DAW. DAWs actually do come with some pretty good compressors, EQs, reverbs, but this is something a little bit different, and it's a problem solver, and it's really quick and easy to just get results.
Without setting up like tons of parallel buses.
Exactly. It's a super quick result, really easy, and it's almost impossible to go wrong with them.
Excellent. Second question is, we get asked a lot about specific plugins having specific different uses. One of the things I get asked about personally is de-essing. I use de-essing more on acoustic guitars and cymbals and room mics than I do actually on vocals, because I'm just trying to control, high end.
Yeah.
What about doubling? I know you have the doubler here. If we have a quick look at it.
So our vocal doubler, Vox doubler, was obviously designed for vocals, but since its kind of inception, we tried it on a load of different sources, and a lot of our customers have tried out a load of different sources. It works really well for things like strings, things like, we've got a session here actually with an English horn. It was tracked 4 times. They wanted to kind of make it sound bigger, make it sound like a larger ensemble, and we've now got 8 English horns. It sounds great, makes a really lush sound, and just kind of adds an extra depth which we didn't have beforehand.
I've used it on a guitar solo.
Yeah.
That was really, really good, because the guitar solo was cool, screaming high end.
Yeah.
And I started wiping off all the high end, and then it started being pretty tiny. Put the doubler on it, it was like, oh, okay, now I have a huge guitar solo.
Yes.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the frequently asked questions. Fact Friday. Of course, leave a bunch of comments and questions below. Have a marvelous time recording and mixing, and we'll see you again very shortly from NAMM 2019.